Hey, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball, and today I've got some basketball dribbling drills for kids. So dribbling is one of the more important fundamentals of basketball. So today what we got is I've got some drills that are going to help younger athletes kind of develop those in-game handles. Now, before we jump into it, you can click the link in the description and get free exclusive access to my 7-day shooting challenge. This challenge is going to revolutionize the way you think about shooting your jump shot, and it's probably going to help increase your shooting percentage in the very first couple days that you use it. That's how powerful it is. So click the link in the description and you can get started. Now, the very first drill that we're going to do is what we call line trace. Now, this is kind of a free-form drill that doesn't have necessarily a ton of rules, but number one, kids really like it, and number two, it works on that change of direction, change of pace. So all we're going to do is we're going to start on the baseline at the three-point line down here, and we're going to be in a dribble. Now, this is kind of freestyle. The kid gets to choose, or the player gets to choose, what lines they want to trace with their dribble, right? The key is that we're just trying to get 20 dribbles in. We're trying to get 20 in for each time that we go through the drill. So all we're going to do is we're going to try to go as fast as we can, and we're going to trace a line, and then every time there's an intersection of lines, we're going to make a quick decision and go that direction. So if I'm starting here and I'm dribbling along the three-point line, as soon as I hit the top of the key, I've got a choice as an athlete, right? I can either keep going or I can cut it back and change direction. So anytime you come to an intersection, you can keep going or you can cut it back and change direction. The key here is we want to count 20 dribbles, right? And then we want to go finish with a layup at the basket. Now, the whole kind of point of this drill is we want to make decisions quickly, right? We don't want to dribble up to a line and then be like, this one, right? You want to make a really quick decision. So as we're dribbling up and we see a line coming, we're boom, boom, boom. Then after the 20th one, wherever you're at, you're attacking the basket in a straight line, finishing with a layup. If you do that, it's great for the reactions, great for the quickness, work on keeping those dribbles alive really fast. So the next drill we have is cone loop rounds. And this is a great drill to work on that quick handle and quick feet. So as you can see, I've got 3 cones set up, 1 at the three-point line, and then 2 that are moving backwards. So for this one, athletes are going to start out by half court, and they're going to start in one hand. And all we're going to do is we're going to chop and dribble around the cone, switching hands and crossing back over, right? Then I'm going to go to the second cone. I'm going to cross over in front, quick feet, loop around. Third one, same thing, cross over in front, loop around. Once I loop around, I'm going to attack in a straight line, go get a layup on the finish. So once we go through one direction, so the first time here I was going on the right side of the cone first, the next time through we're going to go the opposite direction. So I'm going to go loop around the left side of the cone, back around and attack. Second one, left side of the cone, loop around and attack, right? We're keeping quick handle, quick feet on this one. Now, you can always kind of make this a little bit harder depending on your level of skill. So if you want to kind of push it a little bit, we can go like behind the back loop arounds, where you can do the same thing, sit low in a behind the back it out. Same thing, boom, sit low, behind the back, loop around, right? It's all up to you kind of what you want to do. You can do all sorts of different variations, crossovers, in and outs, under the legs, combo moves. It's up to you. Feel free to get kind of, creative with it. All right, so the next drill we have is wall touches. Now this is a drill you can do a bunch of different variations, but I love it because number one, it helps young players work on attacking with their dribble downhill, and number two, getting that retreat space if they get cut off or need to back it back out. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start at the baseline, and this works great in gyms that have a wall close to the hoop, right? So all you're gonna do is you're gonna spin it to yourself, you're gonna catch, you're gonna rip through attack towards the wall, and then as you get there, you're going to touch with your opposite hand, and then retreat dribble back behind the baseline. So I'm touching, then I'm retreating back out to the baseline, crossing over opposite, getting my attack the same way, touch, boom, cross over opposite. Again, the key is we want to get this movement in as few dribbles as possible, right? So younger players, when they touch, they might have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get behind the line, right? Maybe they need 5 dribbles, but once you start getting better, you want to try to get less. If I can touch and go 1, 2 to get my crossover, even better, right? The less dribbles we can do, the more ground we're going to cover and the more efficient we're going to be. All right, so the next drill I got for you is stationary wall in and out dribbles. So the idea is we want to find a wall, we want to get close to it, and we want to sit low like we're getting ready to attack dribble, just like this, right? The key is we want to sink low in our hips for this drill and not just bend over at our waist, touching the wall like this, right? This is not an athletic stance, and that's not really the way we're going to break down a player on the offensive end. So for this drill, you're going to sit low, just like you're in that attack mode. You're gonna put one hand low on the wall, right? I don't want it way up here. I don't want it leaning forward. I want you kind of leaning here. And so now what we're gonna do is we have our opposite hand out. We're gonna go in and out dribbles with one hand. Now the key here is that you really want to push yourself and try to break that in-out dribble so the ball's going underneath your arm with each rep, right? We want the ball to pass all the way under and back with each rep. Again, sitting low in the hips, pop, 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 just working on sitting low, getting it moving back and forth, right? Once you get some reps with one hand, you can do 50 reps, 75 reps, 25 reps, whatever you want to do. Then you're going to switch, sit low, same thing, but now you're going to your opposite hand, boom, 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 really trying to keep it under that arm, really push yourself for that control, right? With this drill, I want you to really push yourself and try to go as fast as you can. If you lose it, it's not a big deal, right? That's why we're doing it. That's why we're trying to get better. All right, if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit that like button and then in the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you want to see next. I make pretty much everything off a request, so leave it down below and hopefully I'll get to it. And if you're new to Shot Mechanics, you're going to want to do two things. Number one, hit that subscription button because we put out videos every weekend. They're all going to get you better, I guarantee it. The second thing you're gonna wanna do is click that button down there or the link in the description, get a free copy of my 7-day shooting challenge. This is a shooting challenge that's gonna change the way you think about training your jumper, and it will probably increase your shooting percentage in the very first day. That's how powerful it is. So you're definitely gonna wanna check that out. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.